In Gaston's Tavern, people come together for a drink of an evening, but this particular evening that we are going to see, Gaston is in a foul temper because he has been spurned once again by Belle. She has refused his offer of marriage. He's rather down in the dumps, and when he's down in the dumps, everybody gathers around trying desperately to cheer him up. There are quite a few costume changes that you're going to see. There are a great deal of costumes in this production. Some 700 costumes came out from New York in different styles, different combinations. Just about everyone in the production wears between 5 and 8 different costumes of an evening for the different scenes. Obviously there's a time changes and people do change their clothes, but there are various outfits that people wear in addition to the objects in the castle who all have their own specialized costumes. They were all built in, and when I say built, the objects costumes were literally built in workshops in New York. The prince's jacket is so heavily encrusted with beading and crystals. I made the silly joke when I saw it for the first time. I suppose a whole bunch of people went blind sewing that, and they said, well, not quite, but certainly 20 Russian ladies in a workshop in New York spent their time beading that jacket, which I think Anton will be wearing for the interviews, so you'll be able to see the detail and the workmanship that goes into that silk velvet, no less. It's the kind of show that we, when we think about the expense of putting something like this together, it is absolutely mind-boggling. Just a little word about the actual logo. Obviously the beast looking at the rose in this particular version of the story, and in most versions of the story dating back to the 18th century, the rose is a terribly important symbol in the production because it is an enchanted rose that the enchantress gives to the beast. And as long as that rose remains whole and intact and doesn't die, he has the chance of transforming back into a prince. If the rose dies before he has found someone to love him and for him to love in return, then that's no go. He's going to stay a beast forever. So the rose symbol, which you see in holding, is repeated throughout the entire set. There are roses everywhere, and it's worth having a little squiz carefully at the set itself, because there are roses carved into doorways, there are roses in some of the costumes that people wear, there are roses in some of the detailing on various decorations. I'm still finding new roses everywhere. And there's also the repetitive, because it is such a romantic piece, there is the repetitive image of the heart. And it's also worth looking out for that, because the hearts are also everywhere on the set, and it's quite fun. We still also have members of the company say, oh, I've just discovered another one that we haven't overlooked. Gaston's Tavern, just to remind you, he's very depressed. He's been spurned by Belle for the umpteenth time, and people are trying to cheer him up, led by the food. It also contains a great example of some of the spectacular choreography that is the hallmark of this show. Welcome to Gaston's Tavern.